what, I went in my car today and I've noticed this. Straight away you can see the colour, the watermark there, which is absolutely horrendous. So I'll just zoom back so you can see where I'm looking at. So just inside here, as you can see, I've started taking it apart already to try and fix the problem. Thought maybe it's rain leaking, but however, I quickly tested it. I just put on my rear windscreen wiper jets and they do still work. Water does still come out of the blade. However, straight away that became very wet, that fabric there. So I've just started to try and take it all apart. We'll see where we get to, see what I find. So here we go, I've opened the cover up a bit more. Straight away you can clearly see the green gel there, which is actually the colour of my windscreen washer jet. So it looks like it's been leaking for a while, and it's absolutely full. Okay, the semi-good news is I've concluded that I believe the leak is higher up, nearer the top. So what I've done, taken off this tube, and I've wrapped it with the kitchen roll there. Just hit the jets and straight away this is sodden. So obviously the leak's happening further up and then running down and touching that. So which means it's not in all of this, which is a good thing, obviously, because that's going to get quite complicated to take apart, especially with the airbag there. It means I can't actually pull this off any further. Another little experiment. So I've taken a bit of kitchen roll, either end of the pipe, just run the jets again. Top one bone dry, bottom one absolutely soaking, which obviously means there's a leak somewhere in this pipe section. Really good, it narrows it down for me. However, how I'm going to get at it, that's a completely new question. One I have to try and figure out. So as you just saw there, I managed to find the source of the leak. It's actually the part here, the pipe. You can actually see if we get nice and close. These are my bearings there. You can actually see that the pipe is damaged. So I believe obviously that's every time the boot's open and closed, it's worn it out and made a weak spot in it. Or maybe it was even because it's so cold now, the winter, the pipe actually froze and then the boot opened and closed and it snapped that bit there. But now I know where it is, I can safely put back the rest of the car here and then focus on how I'm actually going to fix it, stop it happening in the future. Because obviously to get a new pipe and run the whole thing through would be a lot of effort and quite hard work, so I want a quick fix. At the moment I'm thinking super glue. But I'll let you know what I think. So here we are now in the boot, looking in. As you can see there on a number of the cables, there is actually damage. The slit in the pipe where the liquid's coming out is right there. You can see by the fact that the pipe's all churned up, as well as on the other pipes as well. There's always been damage every single time the boot's been opening and closing, and eventually it's just worn through and pinched the pipe, causing failure. So my method to fix this, I'm thinking get a plastic sleeve to wrap around it, absolutely cover it in Gorilla Glue, which is sort of like super glue but loves the water, and leave it overnight to dry and see what happens. As you can see, we've got plastic tubing over there and all that shiny stuff is all the glue. So now just leave it overnight to dry and then test it in the morning. Hopefully it'll be working absolutely fine. So the glue has been left overnight to dry. Well, the gluing method didn't work at all. As you saw there, what happened was the glue foamed up. So as soon as the windscreen jets went, it just broke through all the little foam bubbles and failed, came straight out. However, it is now fixed. So what happened, slice the pipe in half, and then one of the nozzles, just from a standard squirty bottle there, that tube in the middle, it actually fit perfectly down in between the cut pipes. Then just put it back together and wrapped it with tape, and it's absolutely fine. The reason it works, however, is because of such a good seal. So a good assumption of why it failed is one of these nozzles was actually blocked. So there's me thinking obviously the reduced power is because the liquid's going inside the car. However, it was because one of these nozzles were blocked. So these are quite easy to clean actually. You can either put a pin in there to try and dislodge it, whatever is blocking it. However, you tend to push it back inside itself. So what you do, apply some pressure on it, as you can see like that, and the whole thing comes up just like that. And then this is actually the nozzle jets there. And what you can do is you just pull this plastic bit off, I'm not going to do it now because it's quite tricky one-handed. Yeah, you just pull that off and it'll come out, and then what you can do is just squirt the back washer jets and a stream of the windscreen fluid will just come out there, obviously cleaning any junk. As well as this, you can just take inside, put in some hot soapy water and fully clean it. Then as you can see, you just push it back in, push the little cap back, and then just make sure the nozzles are lined up where you want them. And the green is still inside the car, yes, however it's actually much weaker than it was. So for this, obviously, you just take a bucket of water and a sponge, keep dabbing it, and then keep blotting it off with paper towel.